Hey, good morning, everybody. This is the professor. We're back here today. We're going to be trading the RV strategy again. So we're still showing that strategy for people that want to try to make a living day trading. Right now, I have a pretty big group with me on Zoom, and we're trading AMD again. Everybody was happy with yesterday's. And by the way, the person that fell off the screen yesterday had passed out from a diabetic issue. So he's okay. He's not trading with us today, but he's okay. And he ended up making $1,700. So that was fortuitous. A lucky break, so to say. But anyway, please read this disclaimer. I am not a licensed financial advisor. You should seek the advice of somebody licensed before you try to emulate any of these strategies, or for that matter, any strategy online. Speak to somebody that you trust. Trade in a simulator. Make sure you get good and green in a simulator for a couple of months before you trade with real money. So this is a layout that we use to test all these different strategies. And what we do here on this channel is we take all the different strategies that people come up with and we test them live trading so people can see what do they look like and how do they work. So this one that has all these jumbled up lines is specifically designed to have these lines. It's a range-bound strategy called the RV strategy, meaning a recreational vehicle that can move at distance but in control. And the whole range is based on support and resistance lines that are made up with historical data and Fibonacci levels, as well as a mathematical formula to find the average true range, high and low. So you make a channel used by dividing the average true range in half from the close of the previous day. That was a lot to take in, but I'll go over it again in more detail with this layout. This is a layout that I've made available many times. Just look on the previous episodes and you'll see that this layout, you can just go ahead and where it says show more on the information there, just go ahead and grab that URL and you can paste that in. You should watch episode 189. It's like 3 or 4 minutes long. If you're having any trouble, you should just watch it anyway because it's not intuitive to bring it in. Thinkorswim will sort of direct you off to another direction. You get an error message. Excuse me. Once again, I have a frog in my throat. So on this layout, we trade the open strategies, we trade the escalator strategy, we trade the RV strategy, we'll be trading the swing day trading strategy that I'll be streaming, and I trade the freestyle trading. I use this layout now for just about everything with a few tweaks here and there. Let me go over with you what it has here. This is a 1 minute chart. This is the scalpers indicator. Down here is a minimized day chart. We have the level 2. We have the active trader. Actually, let me get these pulled over here so they're not distracting to us. Active trader tool, 15-minute chart, a 5-minute chart with the RSI and the MACD. And these are all minimized charts, a 5-minute, 30-minute, 1 hour, 4 hour, day, the SPY on a 5-minute, the QQQ on a 5-minute, the VIX on a day, and then the news down here at the bottom. So at some point or another in the morning, I pretty much open all of those to set up whatever strategy I'm trading. Now, this particular strategy that came out of March of last year kind of took over day trading in a sense because at least the scalping type of day trading, unless you're doing real momentum with micro and small caps, the RV strategy is based on it's a large cap, mega cap strategy that's range bound. So they put out a book last year in March, April called Day Trading Volume 1, which not only tells you everything about how to day trade. So it's a great textbook, but it really focuses on this strategy, and it has a complete workbook as a textbook, how to set up this strategy, how to trade this strategy. And really, when we were trying to find strategies that would make a difference in people's lives on this channel, we gravitated toward this strategy. And I know the $1 Million Margin Club was working on all kinds of strategy, ended up centering on this strategy, and then that book came out, became a bestseller. So I have a link to that book, and then you'll see how this strategy works today. But I mean, check it yourself in a simulator, because there is a little bit of a skill to scalping. And I know this looks like a big mess here on this layout, but I will explain it to you. Other books I have links to, and I appreciate it if you look at them and get them, because if you're a professional trader, you probably already have them. If you're not, you should get them if you're trying to learn, because it's going to cut your learning curve way down. The next one would be Trading in the Zone by Mark Douglas. That's going to really help to come to terms with losing, come to terms with the probability, come to terms, get confidence in yourself. I just started listening to that book all over again to make sure I wasn't missing something to say to you guys. And I do my daily hikes, as most of you know. And I'll go 5 miles a day on several different hikes, and I listen to audiobooks, usually trading books, sometimes sci-fi books. I like sci-fi, but mostly stuff about trading. And I'm trying to get through just about every book out there. Most of them are just utter trash, in my opinion. I will not name them, but there are a lot of good ones too. And Trading in the Zone is one of those. Another one is Best Loser Wins by Tom Hougaard. I would get that book. I'll have a link to both of those books. And then the $1 Million Margin Club put out 2 other books last year. The Candlestick Pattern Playbook, which is the only candlestick pattern book that rates the patterns. Highly recommend that. This is a team of professional traders that is putting out these books, so they're pretty amazing. And they have flashcards in that book and everything. And then another book they put out right after that was sort of like a crossword puzzle type book that you have to figure out the patterns visually to solve all the puzzles and stuff. And that, when you get through that book, if you don't recognize a pattern, there's something wrong with you, because they really drill it into you. And you can just keep playing the games in it over and over and over again. So it's a real fun workbook to trade, learn to trade with. So those 5 books, I mean, I have a lot of books linked, but those 5 books you'll see on the top. And I really highly recommend you get those. Now, I know they're about to come out with the open strategy. I keep talking about it. I got a copy of the book that's like, I thought it was the whole book. It wasn't the whole book, but it's like 3/4 of the book or so. And I had a bunch of questions about it because it was changed from what they were telling me, and we had been beta testing the strategies. But there's actually a 5th strategy that they're only putting out in the companion book, which is kind of a little teaser there. But so that you'll buy the companion book, I guess. But you really should have a log book, a lot of logs, which the companion book will have. But the 5 different strategies, I'm going to start trading them after this week. I'm going to start showing you the different ones. I had emailed and asked a whole bunch of questions about the volatility rating, the ATR revenue range, and things like that. Probably some of the people that are helping editing the book in the $1 Million Margin Club are watching this video, and they have similar questions because the book is missing a bunch of stuff. So it's just like, guys, how can we trade it? So I'm supposed to be getting the rest of that book, but the date it's being released is on August 24th. I cannot wait. A lot of my videos that are on the channel already, if you look in the trading archives and you look under open strategy on the newer ones, because I was trading an open strategy I'd been trading for many years that had its own criterion in the Trading Journal Logbook, which I have a link to too. It had a criteria for the open strategy. And that kind of strategy is being traded by lots and lots of people, like you're waiting for the breakout, and that was the original. But then as you look at some of the newer videos I had, like from the last couple of weeks, a month or two, where I've been beta testing as bits of the strategy were leaking out, it's just phenomenal. So I can't wait to start trading that next week, and I'll be doing a lot of that. I might even do some competitions. And from what responses I got on the email about the questions I had, they really filled in the blanks that I was concerned about. So I know I talked about a revenue range, and I talked about the volatility rating that helps you pick the stocks. So, but I hadn't actually ever shown anyone how to do it. So I'll be able to do that when we start doing this next week. But of course, the book will be coming out, and probably like they will always do, they'll make a video about the book that you don't even have to buy the book, because they, on their channel, $1,000,000-Margin Club, they're a book reviewing channel. I know that they have Trading in the Zone on there you can watch a video about. That's pretty cool. But they'll have, I know they have Day Trading Volume 1 on it as well. So they'll be doing a lot more books on that with strategies so that you don't even have to spend the money. But it'd be great to support them and get the Day Trading Volume 4 the open strategy. So that, or day trading the open. Sorry, let me get the title right. But it's day trading volume 4. So next week we'll be doing that. So anyway, how do you set up this RV strategy? Another thing, just before I move on. So this channel, the way we survive is by you subscribing, you watching, you sharing, watching all the videos. We're not selling anything here. I mean, I know I promoted the books, but I mean, the channel itself is not selling courses. I don't sell my mentorship or anything like that. I will be quarterbacking, calling the ball for all the traders here today, but they're responsible for their own trades. And then if you're a member of the $1 Million Margin Club, which just about anybody can get in, I will be streaming that very soon. Before the end of the year, I'll be streaming different styles of trading. So I'm really psyched because I've been working on that with a team. That stuff I feel more comfortable not being responsible for you losing money, because I'm very worried about certain styles of trading. So always trade in a simulator, guys. Always trade in a simulator. Not everybody trades the same. As some of the other YouTube channels say, my results are not typical in these demonstration videos that I'm showing you. So you need to practice. See if any of these strategies are good for you. And then you might need to tweak them and make your own. That's what people usually end up doing. So anyway, how do you set this up? Now I can move on to that. I got all that out of the way. Go to a day chart first. I'm going to open up one that's minimized here. Each one of these candles represents a day, and I'll be starting to trade in just a minute here. So I look at yesterday, and to the right of my picture up there, it says that AMD closed at $136.32. So once I've established what that is, I go down to this ATR, which is the average true range of the stock over a 14-day period, the average price over a 14-day period. So if I go back over the candle, you'll see that price was $8.52, or roughly divide that by 2, it's $4.26 when you divide it by 2. The reason you divide it by 2 is you want to get to the close. You want to subtract half of it from the close to get the ATR low, and then add half of it to get the ATR high. Now, the ATR is just really one number, but we use it to create a range because we expect the RV strategy uses it because it expects that the large cap stock, a $25 billion minimum market cap and a $1 billion minimum float, we expect it to move inside that range that we just created here. That's the idea. And then within that range, you create profit pivot lines or pivot zones or channels, support and resistance levels, where you would get in and out of trades to help you decide, along with your other scalping, tools and your volume and your MACD and, everything else you use. And I'll go over that a bit and call them for you. So I'm going to go ahead and close that. That's how we get the ATR. Now the things that we set up in here, first off, is a Fibonacci. That's done on a 5-minute, 10-day chart. So you always snap it left to right. It could be low to high or high to low. This is high to low. Snap it left to right to the two most extreme numbers, and then it opens up the formula inside, considered to be nature's mathematical formula. That right there within the ATR level here, the green and the red, you see it has 2 levels. So we're going to watch those close because that might be where price action turns around. At least stops, pivots, rests, something. Then we open up a 5-minute, 2-day chart. This one's low to high, and we snap those lines, and then that opens up. Now if you go between the red and the green, which the green is way up here, look at all these pink lines. This is the 2-day fib. 1, 2, 3, 4 of them, plus the 2 yellow, makes 6 potential support and resistance lines we're going to look for when we're trading on a 1-minute chart. And then all these blue lines, which look like a big, huge mess, the book basically tells you go to a 4-hour chart first, look back on the 4-hour chart, and see where the candlesticks, body or wick, have turned around within the ATR area. So you can see, here's our ATR. My concern was on the 4-hour chart, I wasn't going to get enough close, tight channels, although that's a pretty good one to mark right there. But it looks like it was picked up by the 1 hour. But so the book says start with 4. If there's not enough, go down to the 1 hour. If you feel you have tight enough channels, because they have a whole formula how to set your share size within these lines. The lines aren't just support and resistance. They're used to figure out your share size for your profit loss, your ratio. So you really want to look in the book. I mean, I explained it on some of the videos. Look in the video archives if you don't want to buy the book, but I just would recommend spending the small amount of money. So I went from the 4 hour down to the 1 hour. I didn't have to go to the 15-minute or the 5-minute, because when I looked at the 1 hour chart, I went all the way back here in between the ATR levels. I felt that I found, yeah, that's right. I was just looking like, why don't I have that marked? Because it's picked up over here. And then I picked up levels on the bodies and the wicks. Now, why would I do that? Well, that's where the stock stopped and turned sharply around, or stopped, rested for a period of time and consolidated. And it's really recent historical data, which is what the whole strategy is based on. And there's a better than average likelihood that you will get some price action movement around those levels again. That's the trick of the strategy. So it's not just random lines, so that's been back tested by thousands and thousands and thousands of hours. But then when we actually go to trade it, we trade it on this 1 minute chart. And you can see, I can clearly see where the price action is. The lines aren't in my way. And look at how it just stopped on that fib. Look at how perfectly that stopped. This is recent data. That's not where that was marked. So you can see why these levels, in this case, it might stop again. Let's see what happens. It's kind of interesting to see. We happen to be looking at it. Looks like certainly respecting it, right? It kind of bouncing back up off of it. Might stop again. It did. See what I mean? This is why these levels are so important. It's actually bouncing between these two fibs. That's the 10-day. This is the 2-day on the 5 minutes. Look at how well, and now it's making a tweezer move. Make sure you learn your patterns. I'll be calling this in just a minute, guys. On here, I also have the volume profile that is set for today. So it's more than just intraday. It's set for today. I have a lot of videos on how to do that. It has the point of control right here, and how this data moves in the day today, starting from 4 a.m. the market open. We're on ET time in the U.S. New York Stock Exchange. The strategy calls for it to be started to be traded 1/2 hour after market open. So here in this time zone, that is 10 a.m. So you might hear me say the time. I just want to make sure you understood. So I'll be looking at the volume profile. I'll be looking at these pivot levels. I'll be looking at the moving averages. We've got the 20, the 9. I'll be looking at the VWAP in the lower area of the VWAP and the upper area of the VWAP, which is right there. I'll be looking at all those levels as well as the level 2 to help me decide when to go in and when to go out. Is everybody ready? Nobody's out of their chair, hopefully, today. I'm just going to assess this for a minute, guys, and stop talking for a second. Let me get this zoomed in. So I'll be looking for multi-chart alignment on the 5 minute and 1 minute, and then I'll be looking for bigger moves on the 15-minute. They're getting awful close to the ATR low, which is an automatic reversal for me. It seems to be just ping-ponging in here, though. So my thought would be jump off this and go back down. If everybody's ready, we might just go in early. No, we banged off of it already, so. Yeah, guys, so we're all trading market. I wish I would have grabbed it up there. So I'll wait for it to go back up now, or I will go long. So let's see. All market. So there's no FOMO, all trading exactly 1,000 shares, no trouble getting picked up on a large cap like this. And if I didn't seem to cover I'm going to take it right there, guys. Oops, why don't I have this showing? So I went in a little early, and there's my price. I got it because I got it above that. I right at that other fib, hoping it's going to bounce right back down again. That's what I'm looking for, is for it to bounce right back down again. So I'm going to look at the market maker to help me out here, not at the level 2, to make sure, because as it is, I'll get some slippage. So I don't want the level 2 to kind of throw me off of what the market maker's actually giving me. So we're looking at it to get down to that other fib, and I'm just going to reverse if it gets down there. That's what I'm looking for. It's been kind of ping-ponging here, so I'm just trying to get it as much as I can. I'll take that right there. Oh, it bounced up when I hit. I saw 62 for a second. That's okay. I banked 347. I'm at 3270 right now. So let's see if we can just catch it on the way back up. We'll wait for this fib. Now the point of control is right. Didn't that just pull down? Okay, so that's interesting. So the point of control is right at that fib now. Now we're below the VWAP. So we had an inverted hammer here. We have a spinning top here. But here we have two, on the 5-minute, two spinning tops, which signify a reversal if you looked at the bigger. The MACD is not getting any weaker. And then the RSI says that we are oversold, due to go up. This says we're due to go up. These say we're due to, oh, okay, these say we're due to go up. Now I'm going to look at the scalpers indicator. Now this is a custom script that is available for free. Okay, well that was 100 when it hit that, so I'm holding into that move for sure. This is showing you the sentiment within the candles. This is absolutely free on this channel. You're going to want it. We have a lot of custom scripts that I have done myself, and I make them all available for free. If you don't know already, I used to be a math teacher, and really I'm just trying to monetize off your viewership. I'm not selling anything here. So that told me, and it's continuing to stay strong, that I want to hold into this move for a little bit and try to do a little bit bigger than a few $100 profit and see what we can get here. So this next fib up here where the VWAP is at 133.88. And I respect that a lot more than these historical 1 hour levels. And I had this was a little higher a second ago. I could have probably captured that little scalp there. So let's see if it's done or not. So the volume was more, but the buyers didn't make it to the top, which I lose a little bit of confidence there. The MACD pulled back. 5 minutes, the first green on the 5 and the 15 now. So now you can, a lot of people read the level 2, which is the data before the transactions happened. But the problem is that, you multiply these by 100, 50 to 70% of these are not shown, and there's algorithms running, 70 to 80% of the entire stock market. So I really like to, oh wow, that dropped. Okay. Yeah, that's not good. So that dropped, guys. So this might not be as big a move as I thought. As you can see, it's stair-stepping down, but look at how high it is here. Wow. We've got a dragonfly at the top of that, which signifies a reversal. But the 5 and the 15 minutes show no sign of that. And yeah, this is hard to call right here. I kind of wanted to turn around, but I'm having mixed feelings about it. Yeah, that made me want to stay in it even more. So it did go a little higher with a little more volume, but that, there you go. There you go. Now it's good. I'm glad I held it. So look for this fib to turn around. That would be a spot right at the VWAP. Right at the VWAP at that fib, guys. So you'll see how I'm calling these levels and what I'm using to do them. We are above the 20 and the 9 moving average. To stay in this move, I'd really like to see this point of control pull up, and that would be sort of like a springboard for the move. Sitting down here doesn't give me a lot of confidence to hold it into a much higher move than this. This is a pretty good trade. So our goal is 5,000. Volume's higher, but look what's happening. Sellers are starting to take over, so we're getting signs of a reversal here. That's the third green candle up. It closed green. Not going to let it get down here, but 3. Yeah, are we reconciling? Yeah, we're reconciling. There it goes. Look at this scalping indicator. It was 83%. Still, this is stair-stepping down, but not with a lot of power here. So really hard to call, actually, right here. The MACD is saying that the sellers are losing weight. You're way here. Now, this is the 5-minute started to turn red, so that's a little concerning. I really would think that the fib, for sure, would be an area where I would be concerned to continuing to hold, unless this point of control snaps up. So you see the action below it here. We want to see some of these lines pull in above it, which is recent historical data for the point of control. For price action on the vol. Whoa. See, now when it broke it really strong. That's what I like to see. Wow. What do we have above that? Okay. There's the top of the volume profile, way up here. Guys, I'm taking that at that level, and there's a bigger gap there. I look at that each one of these levels is kind of like a shackle. So if it breaks up through the 42, I'll reverse again. But in the meantime, I'm holding strong on this. Let's see if it pulls back through the fib here. There, look for the even dollar. It broke the even dollar for a second and then came right back up. 34. Look at the 63 area then. Whoa. Man, it is messing with us, huh? I'm looking at this line now. I kind of want to turn around right here. It's a big enough trade, really, but there's going to be some slip there. It's getting better. Trying not to get out too early. Wow, I almost hit it there at 70 because it went right back up again. Resting on that fib. Oh, I should have taken that down there. I didn't see how much money that was, but it was probably $400. Should have taken that. It's going back up now. Yeah. Yeah, if it's going to break this level. Now, it kind of stopped there. It's making a little bit of a flat top here. I'm not in a terrible position for the way it's going because I'm right here at this level. But I did lose a trade there, so I could have profited on a trade there that I didn't make. It's not going to do it to me twice. If it hits down below that fib and down here again in this area, I'll definitely reverse. I think long seems to be the play overall. There it goes back down. Okay, go back where you were. You won't fool me twice. Man. I just got to take it there. Now it's going to go down. Yeah, because I took it there. So. Is it going to keep going down? Oh, no. So just so you know, I have $1,000 max loss per trade. I don't intend to test that. The action is much slower than yesterday, huh, guys? Jeez, much slower. It's going to be hard to make 5K. This is really kind of creeping along today. Everybody's green. There's a couple people still under 1,000. Yeah, it's been kind of weird action. So there's a doji. It would tell you to turn that candle around, but yeah, you can see the MACD is saying go up. RSI is not even halfway up. So they're both saying go up. There it goes. Look at that move right there. So that's a bullish doji. Almost an abandoned baby, not quite. But definitely a pattern showing you that this is going to go up for a little ways. Probably a distance of at least another 50 cents. I'm basing it on the size of that candle from where this started. So you get the book, the Candlestick Pattern Playbook. It has all this information. So now this fib is a support for us to hold this position. But man, you're only going to be able to take a trade every couple, 3-4 minutes instead of like yesterday where we were taking a lot of trades. Okay, it's just kind of making a flat top here. I mean, this could be it where this might be my moves right here. Kind of like to get back into $500-$600 moves. Yeah, I could have got another $100 there. Look at that. It's going back down. So you're going to grab that and then rode it back up the other way. I just haven't been doing that. Excuse me. I need more coffee. Can it break that flat top? Get out of there. Break through that. Here you go. There we go. Now we're really going through it. So that's good. Get up here. There you go. Usually they'll suck through the whole channel there real quick. So that's what it did. I saw 39 here anyway. 40, 46. Ah, should have taken it again. I keep thinking it's going to go. It looked like it was hitting that with a lot of strength, so I backed off from getting out. Scalping indicators winning out again. You can see it's climbing here, so that's confidence. Those two in a row gave me some confidence to hold it a little bit longer into this move. I don't want to see it pass through here. That would be a fail-safe for me, the 134.14. I think we're going to have to be patient with this stock because it is moving slow. So less trades, held longer. And meaning it's going to be hard to eke out 5K, I think. May have to go to the power hour. Sorry, guys. More coffee. Oh, okay. But definitely off that next level, I'll bank it. And then if it keeps doing these little reindeer games, I'll try to capture little scalps. 63. What did I get it at? 63. Okay. Now it's going to probably shoot right through it, right? What do we have? We have nothing but a fib. So, boy, it could just take off to go up there. Broke 3K. So I'd want to see it down here at least, or I mean, I'll slip through the... Well, that's not bad, actually. It's going down pretty strong here. Wow, I'll take that. Wow, that really went down. It hit that point of control right there. So what did I get? I got it right at that level. So it might keep going to the fib. Let's keep an eye on it. I'm going to take it. I'm going to take that right back. So that got me 3,800. I'm going to try some of these little scalps for a second, guys, and try to get this channeling in here. No, maybe I played that wrong. Looking for it to go back down by hopefully maybe all the way to the fib. See how the sellers were the buyers are starting to drop off. So I played a quick a quick scalp here to see if I could catch it. Come on, get down there again. I need the prayer indicator up here. Man, that is very tempting. 11, 10, 13, 13, 12, 17. Ah, maybe I should have taken it down there. 16. Was that it? Yeah. That might have been the pull, as low as it got. It was right down. It was right there for a second. I didn't grab it. So this looks like what we're going to be up against here. These little tiny channels here. Darn, huh? I could have got that trade on the way back up. I think some of you got it. I see that. I think we're going to take baby steps here, it looks like. Come on, at least want a couple $100 on this trade, guys. Get down there. I'll take that. 04 this time. Broke 4K. Now watch it shoot straight down. I think we're going to have to get some small scalps here, guys. I'll take that. 36, maybe not quite that small. I'll take that again. I got it at 28. I got 4,400. It's not slipping too bad, actually. Oh, I should have waited a little longer, though. Here we go, guys. Come on. Get me back up to that other line at least. I'm making it too tight. I've got to try to expand it here a little bit. I'm jumping out too quick. I'll take that. That gave me 4,600. I got it at 46. That's above this line. So that was a good, Now when you see that come in, the point of control could go up. That means I'm on a short at the wrong time if that pulls that point of control up. So just keep an eye there for a second. Yeah, I could have reversed. Oh, the point of control came up. Okay. I'm in the wrong position. I could have snapped out of there earlier too. Now I'm looking for it to pull back. It's right at the point of control, so we kind of want to go long here, guys. Let me just see if I can dip it a hair longer. It takes a while for everybody to catch up. I'll take it there. I got it at 28. Broke 4,700. So these little scalps are working. There's not much slippage at all. I'm just jinxed myself. I'm not superstitious, but shh. So yeah, this tells me most of the action is going to be above it. So let's keep an eye on that situation. I'll take it again. I'm going to take it for a little pullback and then try to end up going long at the right time. Every one of these is a little chance, but I'm making a bigger cushion as it keeps going back and forth. So I'm trying to look for it in the 20 cents range down there, like that, 29, maybe a little. I'll take it at the 27. So I didn't quite break 5K, but almost. And then, of course, it drops down to 20, 19. Yeah, it seems like this is the channel, like right here to up here at the worst. So if I can catch it, see, I should have held it a little longer. But it's making, this is channel trading, so floor ceiling, and it's actually getting me a couple $100 per trade, so it's actually working. I see you other guys are capitalizing on it. That's great. I'm going to look for over 40 cents somewhere up there, up into the 42 range. I want to at least wait to get a little higher up there. There's 35. I'm looking at the market maker. Gotta get my fingers twitching. Oh, nope. I could have had a little trade there. Wow, it's getting just a little too tight here. Jeez. Look at how this is just, oh man. Yeah, but look at the MACD. Yeah. All right, so this is just starting to go up here. So let me just not get too confused by the little baby moves here. So you did have a spinning top at the top of the 5 minute here. So that would imply that it's going to go down. But at the same time, this point of control that pulled up and the price action above it hasn't really revealed the move yet. Sometimes it takes 1 or 2, 4 or 5 even 1 minute candles to reveal the real move. And I don't think I want to jump back down right now, at least until up here. Look at this. So no, everything's saying it's going to go up here other than me playing that weird. Oh, look at the price action coming up here. So yeah, no. We're going to hold. And I'm glad. And it came up higher. See? So we have another springboard. So now this is when we want to stop doing that weird stuff. And now it does that. But it pulled it right back down again because it didn't want me to be right. I've got it 134.27. I kind of got worn out with those little scalps. Oh my God. What happened there? Right when I said that, it just decided that it was going to say, no, you're acting like you know what you're talking about. You can't do that. Nobody knows what they're talking about. We're the algorithm gods. We're the puppet master. You will bow to the puppet master. I think some of you know I had an episode out called The Puppet Master, and I exposed a lot of the, well, I would call it corruption, but whatever. It's all within the SEC, and then they've threatened to sue me and all that. Like I'm somebody important, you know. But I think they look at it like a little drop. You know, each person saying something's like a little drop. Wow. Wow, really? Wow, okay. Are you guys, is everybody along with me, or is that, that's a little scary there. Yeah, I'm going to get out of this position, guys. I called that wrong. Let's see if I have a chance to get out of this. If it has any kind of a pullback, I'm going to get out for a lesser loss. This is going to keep going down. Yeah, I'm just going to take that. That was horrible. That's too bad. So I lost money on that. So I've got it at 133.62. And I really do not like what just happened there. And I was talking about something else. And, you know, it started to show it going up, and then it died out. And then look at that go up there. And I was on the wrong side of that move. So that was not a smart thing to do there. So now I'm going to be happy to get back to, see, I was talking about the puppet master, and he just said, yeah, keep talking. Keep talking, fool. Hey, you know what? This is a good day already, but that was a bad trade. I think I lost $500 or $600 on that trade. It happens. The thing you don't want to do is just keep hoping it's going to turn around without the data supporting it, because you're in a bad position and you're like, well, I'll just add to my shares. I'll just, eventually it's going to be, eventually, yeah, maybe it'll just keep fading down for the rest of the day too. So if you don't see the data, that's why, my $1,000 max loss was a real $1,000 today based on the share size. Had it got that high before I bailed out early, I absolutely would have got out. But I think I bailed out at 600 or so. I don't know how. I think it might have bounced right when I got out to maybe 550 or something, but it was pretty bad because at one point I was over 5,000. So now it's going to be hard to get back over there. Yeah, I don't have as much time anymore now. So I'm depressed. It was going well. Now this is happening. So I should have probably tried to catch that. And that's a perfect channel. I'm sure some of you got it. Yep, I'm definitely not in first place. I see that. I see a 6,500, 5,900, 5,200, 48, 36, 48, 48. Where am I? So I'm in fourth place. And I know I won't win the pool for accuracy because some of these guys are 100%, like every single time. They don't necessarily make as much money, but they're 100%. And you ask yourself, well, how can you not make as much? Because if you hold it longer or less, you can still have a good trade and you might not make as much money, either way. Hold it longer into a move, but it's still green at the end of the move, even though you could have got out $500 greener. It's still a good trade. It's still a winning trade. So there's all kinds of ways you can be 100% accurate and have half the amount of money I have, even with the same share size. Yep, and I'll let your math mind work on that for a minute. Really, it's the better way to trade, to be 100% accurate. I can't argue with that because you're safe. You're very safe from ever losing money. But, then there's the put it all out there kind of strategy, kind of way I trade where, I can make more money, but yeah, you can get hit hard too. So if I break 5 here, guys, I'm just going to get out and call it a day, honestly. It's almost time anyway. Should have grabbed that. That told me to stay in, and I'm still staying in because of that. Look at that. Hit 70%, 81%. Make sure you get the scalping indicator, guys. Just type in on this channel, under the hour eyeglass, just type in scalping indicator or free scripts or free layout. I mean, all this stuff comes up. Tons of different videos, how to set up your scanner so you don't have to pay anybody for a monthly fee, how to set up your chart, how to build this layout, not to mention how to get it for free, but how to build it from scratch so you really can build any layout you want that way. How to see which way the market's going. There's videos about everything, and we really appreciate your support, your subscribing, because that's how we monetize. I'm not going to kid about that. We need you. We're slowly growing. We're pretty new. And we think we offer a lot of cool things by showing different ways to trade. But ultimately, what you have to come up with your own way by just looking. The best traders just garner a little bit of information from all these different strategies. And then they take 3/4 of one and they put, a bunch of percentages of some of the others or some of their own ideas and make their own strategy that really feels good for them. I'm using that word feel, but I mean in a different way. Like they feel happy to come and confident to trade it. Come on. Is the fib going to do it? The fib will not be 5K for me, so I need it to go below the fib or jump out and jump in again real quick here. Might make 5K if this keeps going. Whoa, what was that? That was like a shadow move. The algorithms do weird data dumps, and I haven't really check out episode 3 if you want to see how to set your platform. Here we go. Really sensitively. Come on. You are teasing me. Yes, it didn't slip at all. I saw the 57. So 5,057. I feel so proud. That seemed hard to get there after that bad trade. Yep, of course, you're over 7,500. Wow, that much of a difference, huh? So you made some other good moves I didn't make. Well, not only did I lose the 500 or 600, but I didn't gain it. So that's half of the difference right there. And I think he was leading me early on by catching some of those scalps. And, you know, there's nothing wrong with hating that person. Well, guys, I hope it was enjoyable. That's the main goal, is to, you know, you have a good time watching, sort of edge of your seat excitement, watching these kind of numbers trade. And then at the same time, you can see ways maybe you can use this strategy with other stuff that you're doing. It might not be the best fit for you. And you might want to do some of the other ones that we show here, or some other ones entirely. If there's a strategy you want us to try out, you should email me and let me know about it. A lot of these strategies they talk about them online. They never show anybody trading them. They just show the walkthrough after, you know, so it'd be kind of cool to see them actually traded to see if it is viable when the market's moving, you know. And how do they decide when to go in and go out, like specifically? This is pretty tight, you know, like all these different things to help you decide on that, you know, so that you know the future before the future's happening. Not all the time, as you saw, but I definitely got a false reading there based on the way the multi-chart alignment and the point of control was acting. And then it just blew. I mean, this is where the point of control was pushing it up. This is where I got messed up, because I really thought, I mean, it doesn't happen every time. This is prior data, obviously, but people see it, and then that's what makes it come true, because everybody follows along like lemmings, and I followed right off the cliff. All right, guys, listen, thanks for watching. Keep staying inquisitive, watching and everything you can, reading everything you can. Go green and stay green, and I will see you soon. We'll be trading the open strategy very soon.